Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 43 of the pre-production meeting. I'm your co-host Josh Urquhart.
Today on the other co-host, Austin Scott.
Yes, Austin, the boys are back. That guy was just vaping and it's a fucking, what's it called?
No
Bistro.
vaping.
That is not good.
No vape.
Anyways, guys, sorry about the little absence last week. We were busy. Like as simple as
There's
that.
no other explanation.
We are now all making films.
Yes.
You know,
I'm happy for Dan. Like,
I am.
It's going to be really good. I'm keen for him.
He's started his process. Dan's been super busy as well. You've been super busy. I've been super busy, and literally there are just weeks where we can't like all line up our schedules.
Big time.
Like especially with work as well. That was my big thing last week. Like working most days, and then on the days that I'm not doing that, I'm trying to figure this fucking post sound for Ozma out. But how have you been, my brother?
I've been really good.
Yeah.
The one thing I like is that I think the best thing about this whole process is that I think that group chat we have with all us boys in it is holding everything together. Like in terms of having a solid network to
I think so.
Vent to advice and just debate about films heavily.
Yes,
I'm looking straight at you, Dan. I'll talk about that. No, it's good. It just it's like an outlet. It's you know, just when you get bogged down with your day-to-day work, just personal life and stuff like that, you just need an outlet. And then like obviously movies is that for us. But when you have like-minded people, it's the best thing ever. And like just having that network and support group to fall back onto and banter with is just, it's holding everything together, which is really good.
It's so important, man. I can't stress how important like-minded connections are, especially in this industry. Because, bro, I've been, you know how I was saying, like, not too long ago when Ozma finished, I, like, went down a little bit.
Yep.
I'm, like, kind of, like, going a bit down again just because I finished, like, all the sound design, like, VFX, so I'm, like, kind of waiting in that like waiting stage, and I noticed myself like starting to go a little bit downhill again, not massively, like shit happens, you have your ups and downs or whatever,
100.
but and then I was talking to my therapist and she's like, oh, so what are you doing with Ozma now or whatever? I'm like, well, I'm not really doing anything. And she's like, well, I think we have our answer. So that's where I'm at again. But you're right, that the group chat is fantastic to have a laugh. There are a few rules in the group chat though. For example, we're not allowed to give 5-star films. According to Dan, we're not. We're just not allowed. I'm not allowed to like The Last Jedi. We're not allowed to have opinions.
I got yelled at for watching. Excited to watch The Force Awakens the other night. I was like, boys, why am I so excited? Why are you so excited to watch a film you've already seen? Sorry, bro. Sorry. Look, we love you, Dan.
It has its ups and downs. We mean Dan.
It's funny. It's all good. It's funny.
It's all fun.
And we have laughs.
Yeah, and then Manny's the video sender, I've realised.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't have time to watch the videos. But I do have time to catch up on scrolls and scrolls of just chat.
There's sometimes I just go, how many fucking messages?
Yeah.
I'll just leave that. Like,
yeah. So I think we all have our different roles. I think Lockie's the gift king. Dan's the accuser.
I reckon I give Lockie a run for gifts.
Yeah.
Gift kings.
I don't know, man. He has a gift for everything.
Half my responses are just gifts.
Yeah, same. I've noticed you've gotten better. Manny's the video sender. Jade never talks.
Jade's the ghost.
Fetty comes in with some like industry, like deep conversations.
Yes, he does.
You come in with something. You're like the excitement, I would say.
Oh yeah,
in the chat,
big time.
Dan's the he just gets mad at everybody.
He's a critic.
Yeah, the critic. That's perfect. The critic. And what am I?
You are
the controversial.
Yeah, let's say the controversial
movie ID person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in saying like Dan being the critic, it is good to have that in the group.
It is.
Like,
it puts us in place sometimes.
Because you know, I think Oscars need to be thrown at Fast X, and he brings me back down to earth. So I think it's good to have we all have our little
Yeah.
things that we contribute to the group chat, and it all makes
Yeah.
us function as a friends group. So
For sure.
we love you all, fellas. We love you all.
I find it funny how when either you or Dan miss out on the podcast, like we spend the first 5 minutes just going off at the person.
Yeah, it's funny when I've missed it and then I hear you guys ripping on me, and it just gives me a good laugh.
It's
and I'm
mostly
sitting there
just about how your arthritis is going.
Yeah, exactly. 26 years old, bro. And,
I know.
bro, my knees are almost gone.
And
My hamstrings are holding on by an elastic band, I'll tell you that.
And the first thing you said to me this morning was, "Fuck, I'm so sore."
The other day, I got a quick story. The other day,
Go
there's a retirement village down the road from Beth and I, and we walk Lenny through there.
Yeah.
And there's a, those things that track your speed and tell you what you're going?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to sprint past that and see how fast I go. Because, like, we were walking and it's like, your speed is great. Like, you're good. So I line myself up like an Olympic start, and, bro, I sprinted through there. And then it was like, too fast. And I was like, I felt like Rocky on the top of the stairs, like, bro, too fast. I think that thing has a cap of like 8 kilometers an hour.
Oh
so,
God.
I'm not too fast. But, bro, I couldn't just like, in my youth when I was playing sport, I could just like stop. But now, bro, I had to like run an extra 50 meters to slow down and like, let my joints stop. Bro, it sucks getting old, bro.
I thought you were about to say that you ran past Retirement Village, took a pit stop to pre-order your spot, mate.
I did. I've got my room booked and everything.
That's
so,
cool. I'm
yeah.
glad, bro. It sounds good. But yeah, no, that's good. How have you been feeling though?
Yeah, good. I was thinking about it on the way over here, how I've been doing recently. A lot's going on, both...
You're the busiest you've ever been, right?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. And I just recently had done the tennis at work, the US Open.
Yep.
Tom Holland was talking about on the Jay Shetty podcast that he just watched the tennis documentary, and when they walk out in the US Open thing, it says,
is that podcast?
"Oh, dude, it's great." And there's a sign there that says "Pressure is a privilege." And it really is. It really is. So, I'm feeling a lot of pressure recently about some things.
Yeah.
But that's all a testament to all the things that we're trying to achieve. Like, if we didn't go out there and try and get it, the pressure wouldn't be there. So, yeah, you feel the pressure and you're like, I want to, like, avoid it. But it is a privilege. It is something that forces you to make things happen. And I think that's the... I am busy, but I love being busy. Otherwise, I just go stir crazy.
That's where I'm at, cause like I miss the thrill of like the couple weeks leading up to the thing, and fuck, like what are we gonna do? How are we gonna drape the fucking windows? Shit like that. But now, I've started to feel a little bit of pressure with Osmar, which I'll get into, but. I think most of it comes from we've hit every single one of our deadlines so far, and I don't think we're going to hit this sound deadline because we were supposed to finish. We were supposed to be mixing in 2 days, but it's just not going to happen because we've had all these delays and shit, which I'll get into soon.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, bro, it's just I mean, I'll explain kind of. I think it's interesting for people to know like the way my brain works, right? Excitement and anxiety are at the same level of stimulation. Mm-hmm. And I have a problem with being bored or nothing going on.
Oh, yeah.
So here's excitement and stimulation. Like excitement comes from creative stimulation, everything like that, right? When I'm up here, I'm cool. Same level of anxiety, right? You come back down when there's nothing to do. And anxiety goes, here, I'll give you a helping hand because there's no excitement and brings you back up over to the excitement side.
Yep.
So that's kind of like where I'm at the moment. And it's like, it's so annoying, man, because it's like, it's too coincidental to not like play a part in it this time.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And it's weird because it doesn't even make me anxious about like the film side, it's just in general life.
100%. I think the main thing as well, and this was something I wanted to say to you as well before we rolled, in terms of like our filmmaking and everything like that, it's not going to be like this forever.
Yeah, I know.
That's the one thought that I keep thinking about, especially with some things that I'll get into when we get into the progress. But I'm just like, okay, it is what it is now. Yeah. But when we're titans of the industry, it's not going to be like this, which is which again, all the things we're going through at the moment is a blessing. It is. It is a blessing because again, I know we talk about it all the time, from where we started versus where we are now. totally different. So like they're good problems to have, if that makes sense.
Enjoy the creative control while we have it.
Exactly. Exactly right. So I think in terms of everything that's going on, I'm just like, okay, this is how it has to be.
Yeah.
It's how it is. And like, you know, just be appreciative for everything that we have now, and like everything that I'm sure in both aspects, you and I, like it's no dig at anybody, but like, you know, we're appreciative of what people contribute to the vision and
100%.
You know, like you said when we did the episode after Osmar, I can't quote you word for word, but it's like 1,000 voices or 1,000 thoughts into one movie or something like that.
1,000 voices,
yeah. Like it's everybody into one idea, and that's the most beautiful part. And you know, that's how it is for now. But it won't be like this forever. And yeah, we're all trying to make it.
And it's like it's hard because some of the things are like out of our control, but then you got to realize these people aren't getting paid.
Exactly.
So you just got to be appreciative.
Oh yeah.
And just like that's the thing with indie filmmaking. That's the hardest thing. Is like you want to be ahead. You want to do this. You want to do that. And you want to count on people, but sometimes you know it's not their priority.
Exactly.
Because they're
doing we want to pay you. We but we just don't because we can't.
We can't. Yeah.
We're not choosing not to. It's like we could if we would, and
you've done pretty well with like getting things for free.
I cannot believe some of the shit that.
Let's go into it, brother.
For that,
the progress.
Let's segue into it.
My brother, what's been going on? What things have you managed to get for free this time?
So that actually stems one of my biggest problems.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll start with the one thing that is beyond my control. There's nothing I can do until October 18th. So,
right. So specific.
You guys know that I'm filming it in Tropico for 2 days, 4th and the 5th of November.
Yep.
And for free. And that is with the great blessing of Simon Jackman from Entropico, who has blessed us with that opportunity.
Related to Hugh.
Yes. He's his brother.
Cool.
Dead lookalike. And he'll be chuffed I said that. But with that, I knew going into this, and it's a bit anxiety fueling, but at the same time, it is what it is because it's a fucking solid that he's doing for us, and it's a privilege. He said to me, in the very highly unlikely event that something paid comes up on those dates, we'd have to take it.
Yep.
Because like they're a business.
Course,
I was like, I 100% understand that. And that's, you know, and I was like, how much notice would you give me? Because like a lot of moving parts happen to get there to film. And he's like, like 1-2 weeks. And I was like, that's doable. So people that have put in leave and everything like that, I feel like that's enough time to go back to your workplace and say, hey, I don't need this leave. Like, can we push it back a week? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But the only reason why I can't do anything till October 18th is because he's overseas at the moment and he doesn't get back until October 18th.
Like rehearsals and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't go to the location because like he's overseas. He's the contact. He's the one that's making it happen. He's the one that grants me access. He's the one that does everything.
Sure.
I can't contact him because I don't want to abuse the relationship. I don't want to, like, he's on holiday. He's in America. Like, I don't want to pester him while he's away. So there's a very fine line, and like I can't do anything until he gets back. But we left it as like before he left, I jumped on a call with him, and I said, hey, like I want to do like an official recce so we can start thinking about lighting setups. We can start thinking about like design. I say design, it's going to look exactly how it is on there now. And we need to check out the upstairs mezzanine part because that's going to be like the office that we shoot in. And he's like, oh, actually, Austin, like we have a shoot going on, or like a couple of shoots happening now until October 18th. So like it's going to be pretty busy. So the recce will have to happen after then. And I said, dude, that's totally fine. Like I totally get it. Like you've got paying clients using your studio till then. I'm totally happy to work around that. Like I get it. And then I was like, I also want to talk to you about lighting because he's got these like tubes that I want to use to sort of light the place. And he's like, oh, we can talk about that now. I said, you know what? You go on holiday. We'll talk about it when you get back. Sounded good in theory when I said that. But now like lots of things are falling into place. Like everything's kind of falling into place. People are coming on. People are excited to come on, and like the choreography's falling into place. The rehearsals are falling. Like the acting, like the rehearsals I've done with the actors, we're done. We know what to do.
The whole movie?
Essentially, yeah. I chalk it up to your day one on Ozma when you rehearsed with the actors and you guys you're blocked for the day. Like, this is what we do for the day. What we've done with the actors, we're blocked for the 2 days. Like, we know what we have to do. So that's good. That's all taken care of. So it's literally choreography that we need to figure out now. But the one thing that is just beyond my control, I cannot do anything until October 18th, is organise the recce. And even when he gets back on October 18th, that's 3 weeks till shoot. That's a quick fucking turnaround.
Pressure makes diamonds.
You know what I mean? Pressure is a privilege.
There you go.
So,
pressure is a privilege.
But I know that when he gets back and we talk and things happen, they're going to get done. Like, he is the kind of guy that's kind of just like, for example, if he owned this space and he got back October 18th and we were like, bro, we really need the room for a podcast and stuff. He goes, yeah, sweet. Yeah, like, cool. That's cool. You can do that. You can do this. You can do that. And I'm going to ask him about the gear. And if I need to, like, a bit of my own money, like, bro, yes, I'll do it.
Sure.
And yeah, so that's the only thing that's kind of beyond my control. Another thing that's happened is my choreographer.
Oh, no.
My choreographer is going through the trenches at the moment. Like, he is, I don't want to put his business on the street, but he's had a lot of hardships recently.
Fuck.
He gave me a call yesterday saying that he's currently in hospital with a broken arm and he doesn't know if he's going to be useful moving forward. And so I was like,
fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's all sorted, but right?
Yeah, kind of.
Was he like an actor in it or no?
No, it was just solely choreography in it. But the thing is, fuck, I don't even know what to say. Like, he said he doesn't know if he's going to be any use moving forward.
He would be.
He definitely would be. But he said he'll let me know when he gets out of surgery. The break is that bad that he requires surgery. And so he literally, the reason why I'm dumbfounded on what to say is because he called me yesterday while I was at work. And so I was just like, okay, I haven't really had time to think about it because I was at work. And I just like went, all right, I'm at work, I'll think about it later. And then I was like, now I'm thinking about it, it's all kind of hitting. I'm just like, it's like to a point where just like where we're at in terms of indie filmmaking, like some people are just like, they're not like, unreliable is the wrong word because they've been doing you such a solid for such a long time. But like, it's just hard, like, man. It's like, these are the things, the problems that arise, like, and you're just like, okay, now.
And you're not paying them. So
yeah, exactly. Like, I can't do anything about it. And like, I have no right to get mad, which it's just not in my nature to get mad because whatever happens, it is what it is. So I just went, all right, fuck it. I'm going to choreograph it. I don't know what I'm doing, but fuck it. I'm going to do it.
Just do it,
yeah.
mate.
I've also had...
Bro, literally this whole fucking thing is industry is do it yourself in indie film.
Yeah.
Bruv, I've done the sound design.
Yep.
I've done the VFX. I'm going to be doing the ADR. I'm not a sound guy.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing all these hats for fucking this shit. It is fucked. Things you wouldn't even imagine that you would even do, mate.
My continuity person had to go overseas and no idea when she's getting back. So I was like, fuck it, guess I'm doing that as well. But in terms of continuity, like...
Are you shooting in sequence? Oh, no.
I have no idea yet. See, this is the thing.
You got a shot list, no?
Yes, we do have a shot list. We have a shot list. But again, the one thing that needs to happen is the official recce. And myself, Fetty, and Lockie are going to be on that recce.
Okay.
So then Fetty has an idea of the schedule, and Lockie and I, with the shot list we've made, can figure out what works in the space. Because the way I did the shot list was I went through and just like went off the previews that we've shot and went,
cool.
here. I didn't really do it formally, but then for the fight sequence, I didn't even bother on like going wide shot of fucking fist landing. I just went fight sequence. Just wrote fight sequence, fucking improv, whatever it takes. Then after the fight sequence, then the shot list picks up again. So then it's more so figuring out with this recce what the space is going to look like and what we have to work with. So that's literally all that we need to do in terms of moving forward with the project.
2 things I want to say to you.
Please.
Number 1. Sorry, I just had a mind blank. Fuck, I was going to say something. All right. The main one is... No way, I just fucking forgot both. What the fuck? Yes, just remember, and I think before anything and when you're feeling shit, remember, there's no money on the line.
That's 100%.
This is purely you're making something with mates. This isn't a huge production, so you don't need to stress about things not working out. People will get time off for you because they want to help you.
Yep.
Even if it's readjusting their schedules, readjusting the NAs for their time off work, like it's gonna get done. It's not, you don't have money on it, like money on the line. That's like fuck, this needs to fucking happen right then and there.
Yeah.
You know?
You're the third person to say that to me. The first person was Fetty. Fetty, 2 days ago, him and I were on a phone call, and he basically, like, he talked me down. I sent him a voice message saying, like, hey, bro, what should we do about this, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he just went, bro, there's nothing you can do until you can do something about it. And I was like... That's actually really fun. I'm getting caught up in the negative rather than all the work that's led up to this point.
Also, you've been on so many sets where all of this shit would be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
If there was money on the line.
If there was money. And that's what
that's
Fetty
where
said
your
as well.
That's where your mindset's at, brother.
That's what Fetty said as well. He's like, there's no money on the line. So it's literally like, it's all good.
It's fine.
Like, relax. And I was like, yeah, I actually needed that. Thank you. And then Beth said that as well. And then I was talking to Ant yesterday, and he also said, like, there's no pressure. There's no deadline.
It's literally like a bunch of mates making
exactly. And I just went, like, thank you. I needed that. And so it's for you to say that as well. It just solidifies for me. So I'm just like, all right, just reel it in a bit. Reel it in.
It's literally like you're scheduling a catch up with mates. Not downplaying what you're trying to make as a film.
No, I get you.
But you're scheduling a catch up with mates who are going to make something fucking awesome.
Exactly.
You're not scheduling like $35,000 film and all these things need to mix together. You're going to get costume fucking drapes, this and that. All right. Chill out.
Exactly.
It's all going to fucking work out, whether it's on the 4th and 5th of November or fucking whenever your choreographer gets an amputated arm. All right. It's going to be fine.
Exactly.
No matter what.
So, and that's the thing is, like, again, I was thinking about it on the way over here, and I was just like, everything that's happening, it's Austin, it is what it is.
But and it all works out.
It all works out. And I was saying to Ant yesterday, you know, this is going to be the best we can possibly do with what we have. And it's my first crack at making an action film. Like, it's the first crack of the career path I want to go down. It's literally, there's no guide. This is everything that's happened, and everything that is happening is because of everybody that's come along the way. Like, this was an idea I started writing on Ozma. Literally, we were sitting in the lunchroom one time during your takes or something like that, and I was just like, I'm going to start writing a script. And I started writing, and then everything that's happened was from that day. So, like, because I was writing, and then, like, on the way home with Ant, I was just like, do you want to be the main character? And he's like, yes. And I was like, done. There we go. And then, like, it's all stemmed from there. So just little things that we've picked up along the way, like, it's all like, I'm grateful for. And then on the positives, well, even like the negatives aren't a negative. They're like a positive because they're forcing decision making. But positives, Jet, the guy that's playing the villain of the film.
Is that the guy who broke his arm or no?
No.
Okay.
I
thought he was choreographing.
No. Gabe is my choreographer.
Gabe.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, cool.
But Jet called me the other day, and he was like, hey, bro, do we need, like, a special effects makeup artist? And I was like, what do you mean? Because I just heard special effects, and I was like, what do you mean? Yeah. And then he was like, oh, because one of my friends, like, I'm just sitting here having lunch with her, and she told me that she wants to get into, like, casualty / like, injury makeup for film.
Perfect.
Again. And I just went, well, hang on a minute. Because then he said to her, like, in a short film in 5 weeks, and, you know, someone gets stabbed, I get 2 knives thrown in my shoulders.
How the fuck are you going to do that?
Don't know.
Oh, fantastic.
I get 2 knives thrown in my shoulders, and, like, there's blood and shit like that. And she just went, put me in contact with him, please.
Wait. How are you getting knives, cuz?
We're ordering plastic knives off Amazon.
Yeah, cool.
I need to have this conversation with the makeup artist to figure out how we're going to impale 2 knives into
prosthetics. You're gonna have to do, or glue.
Yeah, something like that. So,
and so what are you gonna? I'm assuming this is what's happening. Correct me if I'm wrong. The character's gonna chuck it. You're gonna move the camera to hide the thing, and then you're gonna go to the person, and the thing's already gonna be in there.
100%.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yep, absolutely. So that's a logistics problem that we'll figure out. I don't know how we're going to, but that's how we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But then, then Jet was like, you know, I thought of just saying, like, come on straight away. And then I was like, she's got it. She's got the gig. Fucking get her on.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
Then Jet sent me over some of her photos, and bro, I'm not sure these are fucking makeup. They
oh, what?
They look fucking real.
Oh, they look real,
brother. I'll get it up. For
so
her.
What? She studied SFX?
Yeah, she just graduated.
Aren't you
SFX.
just having blood on your film?
Yes.
I'm joking.
I know what you meant.
Holy
so
fudge. Dude, that's nuts. Oh my God.
Right, it looks like that
she was in a car crash.
Like, that's literally, like, you just fell over on the way to.
That's mint. Yeah. Oh, yuck.
So he sent me that, and I just went, fucking yes, because yes, that's what we need.
Oh my gosh.
And that, fucking beautiful. And I just went, look, Jet, I just want to preface, I would pay her if I could. Like, I just want to preface that right now. Like, is she okay with it? And he goes, dude, she just wants to get into the industry, and she just wants to help out where she can. Like, she would just be grateful to be there. And I just went, she's got it. Like, I don't even have to go, like, he had sent me this by that point, but I was like, I don't need to, like, see any more of her work. I'm happy to give someone an opportunity to hone on their craft.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it does matter, but it doesn't at the same time what it looks like. If I, like, think, like, bro, that looks cool. Like, let's just do it. Like, again,
mad.
Because I'm bringing everything back, right? Like, I'm bringing everything back to, there is no money going into this film. Everything I have is because of, like, my network.
Volunteers.
Like, Lockie's been blessed. He's blessed us with his camera that we're going to be shooting on. He's blessing us with his wireless microphones. He's blessing us with coming down from where he lives to shoot this film. So that's something I'm eternally grateful for, and I wish I could compensate him in that respect and pay him for it. Jet and Ant are doing this for free. The stuntmen, the henchmen are doing this for free.
I'm putting my life on the line.
Yeah, exactly
Getting
right.
chucked into an elevator, whatever you want me to fucking do, man.
The location is for free. The lighting is for free. Everything we have is for free, minus the shop myself and Ant did yesterday for some clothing for him. Like I just reel it in and go,
buy?
like, we're dressing him. Like,
nice.
we're
like
coming
proper,
up with his
like
costume.
Nice.
Well, I'm just putting him in all black. Like, I'm just like, fucking wear all black, because we're thinking logistically. If there's blood on shirts, it's black. Like, just, it's not much to maintain continuity-wise. But yeah, everything we're doing is for free. So, like, I'm going to let her run wild with it, and, like, you know, this is what the injury looks like. Cool. Jackson Saunders, the boom up for Ozma. He's
I saw him on the list.
He's the PA / one of the henchmen as well. He's going to play a role that Ant and I came up with. There's a pretty brutal kill at so the way
Wait, do I die?
Yeah, but off screen. But when you get thrown into the wall, you're done.
Fuck, yeah, nice. Is that all I got to do?
Pretty much.
Nice.
So the way it happens is you get thrown into the wall
and
you're either dead or knocked out. I'm not sure yet. Then someone fights him in the hallway and he smashes his head against the wall 3 times. Then he fights a guy in the elevator lobby and then he does a move that throws him into the wall. And then imagine this is the wall. And sorry for the audio listeners, I've got my hand up right now. This is the wall and his head is on the edge of it. And then he just fucking boots it across there. And, like, you can imagine the sound design of the neck snapping. Like, that's nice. That. And then we cut to the aftermath of that, and we have the camera on Ant from the hallway, and then the camera just goes like that, and there's Jackson coming out of the elevator that just witnessed that brutality.
Yeah.
And then you hold on that shot, and he like backs into the elevator, the doors close, and then you just hear like
nice.
And then doors open, Ant walks out, and Jackson's just knocked out in the elevator. So Jackson's going to play that. I called him the other day, and he said he's keen to play that.
How did you come to him as an option to do that?
Because I put a story up not too long ago saying like, oh, looking for 2 henchmen and a hostage. And I got so much. I did not think this was going to happen.
I'm just looking for a hostage.
Yeah,
guys.
like so much interest. I couldn't believe it. People that are like I haven't heard from in a while were like, bro, if you need bodies, like I'm there. Good. I was like, oh my God, like thank you so much. And to the point where Emily was like, are you looking for gals or guys? And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm looking for guys. And she's like, oh, I have mates that would be keen. Yeah, she messaged, and then she's like, you looking for girls or guys? I was like, sorry, guys. And she got me in touch with one of her mates who's aired me. I don't know where he went. But then I was just like, I really want Emily to be on this film. Like, I want to figure out how I can get her on in some capacity. So I've written a little role for Emily, and Emily's come on board as well. Yeah, she... I sent her the script with her part in it, and she's like, fuck yeah, like I'm keen. I was like, oh my God.
What the fuck?
Emily's coming in, and then the thing is
what's she doing?
She's like the handler of Baron. Like,
oh my God.
Like, you know, when they...
That's so good.
Yeah, like, what's the best way to put it? You know, I know you don't like the Grey Man, but you know, Fitzroy to Sierra 6?
Yeah.
That's Emily to Ant.
So
we'll figure that out in future projects. But her role is primarily off screen in this. But she was like, "Yeah, I'm keen to be the gal in the chair. Like I'm happy."
The gal in the chair.
Yeah, so I was just
That's
like,
so
I need to
good.
get Emily on board, so she's on board.
That's
and
cracker. I was actually going to recommend her for Dan's film as well.
Yeah, well, there you go. Emily's getting.
Or even like, sorry, go on.
No, it's all right. But yeah, so you know, a lot of positives have happened. And I was on a shoot the other day for my mate who's just launched a clothing brand, and I was photography and videographer for him. And I asked the model, because Jason's already one of the henchmen, and then I asked the model, hey bro, have you done any acting in your life? He's like, nah, but I've always wanted to get into it. I was like, in my film? He goes, fuck yeah, I'll do that. So henchman sorted, choreography's getting sorted, like so literally.
Am I going to be run through the shit on the day?
100% you will. Yeah.
Cool.
I was thinking of just...
Do I have crash mats? Or am I just whacking myself?
Let's see what happens.
Fuck, Austin.
That's what I said to Jason, because Jason's the one getting his head snapped against the thing. He's like, bro, if this guy connects, I'm like...
Bro, I've got to somehow learn how to chuck myself and not break my arm or something. Into a fucking wall.
The safety precautions will be in place, I promise.
Okay, good.
Don't you worry.
What happens if I have like a shoulder pads or something underneath what I'm wearing?
I think we're going to put padding on you.
I'm prepared to get a concussion.
Yeah, cool. There you go.
Yeah.
Doing it for the art. Scorsese would be proud.
Yes. Sweet.
So yeah, that's all the stuff that's happening with that film.
How's Stain?
Just about to get into that. So I remember I told you Lydia had finished the storyboards and the animatic.
What happened after that? Yeah.
And I'll admit I went a bit like slack with it. I needed to reestablish connection with the animators, and I did that. And we had our first call last week, and I said, all right, guys, we have the storyboards, we have the animatic, all the work we have done, let's start breaking down how we're actually going to do this, like how we're going to start putting the sequence together. So what I've done is, I remember I was on here a while ago and I showed you guys a document of like just beats of each sequence. So I broke it down into each sequence, and I put the beats in there, and I just said, all right, let's literally do this in order, and let's just start from scratch. Start from the start. Drawing this frame, this frame, this frame, this frame, this frame, and let's see what we're working with.
Cool.
That's what's happening at the moment.
So they're all...
is just like, we know what we need to do, but we need to have another call to sort of go like, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, you're doing that, and then it should get started.
Like the actual animation?
The actual animation.
And they all know their roles?
Absolutely, they do.
You have enough people for the job?
I have enough people for the job. So it's just I need to be on top of it, and then I need to figure out like when they've done their work, how like can we files and all that shit. But I'll figure that out. But I'm happy to finally say that it is underway. Like there is. The thing that was missing was Lydia.
Okay, cool.
Lydia has come and
Did you pay her?
saved the project. Yes, I did.
Nice.
And I gave her like extra.
She happy?
She was over the moon.
Nice.
It was so good.
Bro.
I was so happy
She's
for
awesome.
her. She was happy for me. It was
Amazing.
just such a good thing. So again, thank you and Sarah for
That's
that.
all right. Yeah, cool.
But yeah, the missing piece of the puzzle was the storyboards and the animatic. And then I've noticed, well, on the first call that we had, it was just a lot more productive.
Did they like the animatic?
Yeah, they did.
Nice.
So yeah, that's fully underway, and like we'll just keep chipping away at it.
Nice.
It's gonna take ages, I can tell, but there's no rush.
Nice.
There's no rush, and I reckon like both films will be done at the same time. I feel in terms of
not bad.
Because I'm editing this next one.
Baron?
Yeah, Baron.
Okay.
And I'm thinking of, like I said to you, just because Lockie's got a lot on his plate, I might take the hard drives off him and work on it myself. But obviously not like Austin Scott, but edited by Lachlan Miller and Austin Scott.
So he is editing it?
Well, yeah, he's the original editor.
Right.
But I'm just trying to find time to...
Right, wait. Hold on. This doesn't have to stay in. If he's not editing it, why are you giving him credit?
Well, because he's put it together.
So he is editing it?
He is editing it,
Right,
yes.
okay.
He has edited it to a point.
Wait, Stain or Baron?
Stain.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Baron.
Oh, no, I'm editing Baron.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, no, because you were like, yeah, so I'm editing Baron, but I'm writing edited by Lockie Miller.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Sorry. So I meant to say, like, I'm editing Baron, but he's editing Stain, but I'm going to, just because he's got a lot on his plate, and I'll probably just take Stain, and then that way I can do it. But still have edited by Lachlan Miller and Austin Scott. Like, I don't want to take away the credit from him. So,
nice.
bro, I honestly think that's all my progress. And I've realised I've waffled on for a bit, but I had a lot.
Oh, that's mint, brother.
So that's all my progress.
It's all underway. Do you feel a bit better?
Yes.
Talking about
yes,
it
I do.
stuff?
I do. There was like, I was sitting at work a couple of days ago and I was unloading on one of the guys who like has no idea what I'm doing.
Fucking.
And then I just went, look, bro, I'm sorry. I've just got to make a phone call. So I called Ant and I said, can you meet me at this cafe tomorrow? I need to talk to somebody who's on this project about things moving forward. And so then we had that meeting.
This is why the podcast is good for it.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's good to like talk about this shit and stuff as well.
So, but yeah, that's my progress.
Also, you're doing well, whether you think about it or not.
I think I have one thing that Beth and I are really working on in terms of like our personal lives is that just stop and smell the flowers every once in a while.
Nice.
So I think that's I do get stressed out about it, but then I think 2 years ago. So
it all works out, cuz.
Yep, exactly right. So that's my progress.
Can I ask something? This is not meant to stress you out. What are you going to do if there is a paid date? You're just going to move it back? Like for
It'll just get it. That's literally, there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay,
cool.
If
it has to get moved back, it gets moved back.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's
good stuff, mate. All right, my stuff.
Please tell me, sir. I'm keen. I'm all ears.
So we're in post sound, like I said at the moment. Can't remember what I said last time, but it's been a shit show. Honestly, not really a shit show, but just like I don't know, man. Like we're supposed to be mixing in 2 days, and it's just not going to happen. So Lockie, I finished the sound design.
Yes.
Lockie was just cleaning the timeline up, and then we had a couple like transfer issues. Like he was like exporting the timeline, and then I was going to take control of all of it, and then when I opened the timeline, it was just all fucked. So my computer also was just freezing because I just couldn't handle the 42 audio tracks Lockie had in his fucking timeline. So that was that, and then we just decided, okay, Lockie's just going to deal with it, whatever. So then Lockie then cleaned up the timeline, and it was like, yeah, it sounds alright, but there's still some shit that we need to be touched up on. and like some like Russell with like the mics and shit like that.
Yeah.
So we're sending it to a dialogue editor. That's what we decided to.
Yeah?
Who's over in Jordan.
Jesus.
Yeah, to edit the dialogue. And he seems to know what he's doing. Is that? No, it's not Jay. They all look the same. Yeah. So we're just in the process of like getting on the same page of what like the deliverables like are needed. Like he wanted an OMF, but then Lockie was like, an OMF doesn't like keep the metadata, so when he sends it back to us, we're not going to know what's what. But then we have to do like an AAF. I know you guys probably have no idea what the fuck this is. I don't even know what the fuck this is. But then we sent him the AAF, and then he wanted the dialogue embedded, but we gave him the dialogue like external, so he has to link it himself. So we're just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But then it's like we can't figure out what we need ADR until we hear what the sound editor has been able to fix up.
Gotcha.
So we got to do that, and then I got to do ADR, and then after that, then we got to mix. And I hit up Adrian, aired me. So luckily, I had all these other options.
Yeah.
I mean, my boss said he would try work something out as well. Aired me. But lucky, like I said, I had multiple people inquire about it. So now I'm in touch with this guy who's a student on the Brisbane JMC campus, but he's had 6 years of working in sound mix, sound design on like commercials and shit. So he's done everything for all these big brands.
Yeah, right.
So he's happy to do it, and I'm getting him on board, and I think we're like, he seems to know what he's talking about. So, but then again, I can't. Why haven't I emailed him back yet? I think I'm waiting on Lockie to tell me something, which then I have to go back. It's just a lot of waiting, as you know, like waiting for this person before you do this thing. But yeah, so then so that's good. The mix is sorted, which was the hard part. It's just about figuring out all this shit in the middle, and then I've got to also, like I said, record ADR of what we need, and we're definitely going to have to do some ADR. Again, going to do it myself, exactly how it worked for Tuesday lesson. I have a little Rode lapel mic, bruh. I put that into my computer, give him the scene to talk over. I'm going to need probably Ant, because when those three are saying their lines, shit. So
he is honestly free whenever.
Yeah,
hit him up.
Mad.
He just recently quit his job to pursue acting, so he's
mad.
free.
Yeah, fuck me. That's a big step.
Big step.
Good man. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to go around and get literally one fucking line from him. Does he have a mic at home by any chance?
No, he's got nothing.
Alright, cool. Yeah, cool.
If you want, I can go get it for you.
Where's he live?
He lives in Avalon, which is 4 suburbs from where I live.
I'll figure it out.
Yep.
I'll figure it out.
If you want, I can take it and do it.
Yeah, except I don't have a lapel mic right now, and I don't know if it needs it. We're going to have to wait to see what this dialogue editor is going to do. And then Federico's mixing over there, over in Italy at the moment. So he's just mastering his tracks. Yeah, so he's doing his thing, and then he's now happy that he has more time to master it, because we're not mixing until hopefully the end of next week, which I'm fucking so busy, but I'm working Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I don't know how I'm going to have the fucking time to sort this shit out, but it's all right. We work.
We do.
But the big thing is we've locked in the premiere. Locked in the premiere, locked in the cinema. So I can announce it on this podcast, but it won't be officially announced for people to get tickets for for a while, because Lexi's just announced her premiere, and I don't want to take away from the spotlight.
Yes, I get you.
Because she's trying to sell tickets for hers.
Because I really want to go. I just don't know if I'm going to be available. That's the only reason I haven't bought tickets yet. I'm going to. I just need to figure out my work availability.
Yeah. Well, it's the story about what she did, so I'll tell her story now. I'm sure she won't mind. So they promised her to be in the main cinema, so Cinema 1, which is like a 600-seater cinema, right? Something like that. The one that Raka Raka used to do their premiere, whatnot.
Okay.
But then they fucked her around. Rich is hopeless, man. Like, I'm sorry, but it just like fucking sort your shit out. They gave her a 200.
Sponsor us as well.
Yeah, exactly. They gave us 100. They gave her a 198 person seat cinema. And after a day, it was almost all sold out, and they didn't allow seats for the cast and crew. They were supposed to put around 50 for cast and crew seats, right? They didn't do that, so then they had to upgrade her to the bigger cinema. But at this time, people have already bought tickets, so now she's got the main cinema that the Ritz have. which is like now I think it's like 500 seats to 600 seats,
Dude.
and she's sold way over 200 tickets, which is insane, man.
Yeah, bro. Good on her.
All at $25 a ticket on a Wednesday night.
Yes.
I'm so fucking keen for her, man.
Oh,
Like she's finally gonna get her flowers. It's through the Jewish International Film Festival, so if you guys want to go get a ticket, you just go into the Ritz. She's holding it in Melbourne and Sydney, and the Melbourne one's already almost sold out.
I think that's awesome. That's so cool. Not only are you doing
yeah.
it locally, you're doing it interstate. That
Exactly.
is phenomenal.
Exactly, and like because the author lives over in Melbourne or some shit like
Beautiful,
that.
beautiful.
So I'm waiting for that to kind of like die down before I announce mine.
Okay, that's good. That's good to that's good respect.
Yeah,
good respect.
exactly, bro.
Game recognizes game.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, you don't
it's
know.
still the deliberation between like I want people to come, but then if they see a price tag, are they going to just not? But then it's like even if it's like $5, $10, but then people are telling me, but if you put a price tag, then it will like display some kind of commitment for people. Like people will go, I'll put money towards this, I have to come. Whereas if it's free, they'll buy a ticket and we'll get closer to the date and they'll be like, it's free. I don't like it. Doesn't matter. So what I'm thinking, and this is what it's like at the moment, is free tickets for cast, crew, donors. They all get +1 tickets, and then if they want to buy more, it's $10 per person, and then for everybody else, it's $10.
Yeah, that works.
What do you reckon?
I think that works.
So, like for example, like cast and crew. Sorry, not donors won't get +1. They'll just get a free ticket, and then they'll have to buy more tickets or whatever. $10, right? Surely.
Chump change.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that works. That's where my mind's at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what goes from there.
Fuck
but yeah. So that's that. We locked it. I'll just say it. So we've locked in the Chauvel in Paddington, which is this nice little indie cinema, 350 people.
Damn.
350 seater, which I don't reckon we'll get 350, but like
I reckon you get 350.
I don't know if I know 350 people, guys. But it was literally like the cheapest out of all of them. Like, bro, like these 150-seater cinemas, like, quoted me $2,600 for like an hour, and the Chauvel quotes me $1,800 for a 350-seater cinema for 2 hours.
Jeez.
So which one are you going to fucking take?
100%, yeah. No-brainer.
So it's in Paddington, which is out in the east, which is good because I think most of the people like that have worked on this and shit in the city area anyway. So, quick trip out to the east. But
exactly.
yeah. But it is, I can announce it now, but it won't be like announced. It's on the 6th of December, Wednesday, the 6th of December, cheapest time off peak. If I did it on peak, so if I did it like Friday, Saturday, Sunday or Thursday, it would have been double, like almost like $3-4 grand.
What you find as well is that people will come to something midweek rather than the weekend because they will have stuff
plans.
on the weekend. So
and it's 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So it gives people time to finish work or whatnot.
Exactly.
And hopefully we're going to have a full night of shit. Like, I have a whole rundown. Like, for example, I think I explained it on the potty last time, but like a whole rundown. So, like, speeches or whatnot. We have, is Federico message, he'll send in a little video like he did last time.
I thought you were going to fly him out here.
Nah, he wishes. He wants to come out here for the next one, that's what he said. But yeah, so that, and then we have like
the podcast episode during the
Oh my god, a live edition of the pre-production meeting. Fuck, make people sit through like fucking an hour. That'll be funny.
That would be
funny. One day. But yeah, so then we do that, and we will have cast speeches and shit. Then we'll play the movie, and then hopefully we'll have fucking the doco to play, whether or not that gets made. And then after that, we'll have the announcement of the next film, and that's how we'll end the night.
Yes, sir. That's hectic.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing at the moment. I booked in, me and Taha have another session in 2 weeks. He's a busy man, bro. Busy man trying to figure out, he's going to get in Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
But we have a session in 2 weeks to finish off the film. So I think one more session, then I'll start writing.
Nice.
Yeah, which I'm looking forward to because... Yeah, bro, like going back to what I was talking about, like near the creative stimulation, like I just need to be excited about something and just motivated, and something that inspires me really helps my anxiety. So like writing or like getting excited about shit is like that's my cure basically.
Absolutely.
It's a good bloody cure to have.
100%.
But like even like watching videos about like literally, I know it sounds funny, but like watching videos on like, you know, good versus bad dialogue inspires me and helps my anxiety. It's weird as fuck.
I get you.
It works, and watching movies inspires me as well. But that's my progress for the moment. Sorted. But yeah, watching movies helps me, and talking about watching movies, I reckon we end with what we've seen lately.
We're all about segues.
Yeah, mate. We all were. I've seen quite a bit because it's been like 2 weeks.
You know, it's a lot when you get your letterboxed up.
Oh,
that's
mate, that's what I'm getting up. Have I talked about Memento on here?
No, I haven't heard you talk about Memento.
Well, I saw Memento, and it was funny because, maybe I did talk about Memento. Anyways, I'll quickly watch over it, but I was so annoyed. So annoyed because I was watching Memento and going, this stole my idea. Because sorry, let's bleep that out. But he stole my idea, cuz. And I'm like, I was so heartbroken and crestfallen. I'm like, bro, I thought I came up with this sick idea of telling a story backwards and non-linear. And I'm watching this, I'm like, this dude. In some ways, it's a compliment. In other ways, it's just fucking annoying because everybody's going to think that I've stolen this dude's thing, but I never had seen Memento.
Well, that's it.
I
watched it like probably in trimester 1 of JMC.
Yeah.
And it sat with me for a week and a half until it clicked. And then I was like, oh, he fucking did it backwards.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, go for it.
It's a totally different story. And it works like it does, and it's the best thing I've ever done. Totally different story.
Well, there's no real way. Like that, people aren't gonna think, oh, he's copying Nolan. It's not a copy.
Every film is inspired by something else.
Shit, that's open too.
Memento meets whatever.
Exactly right. Like, I have a couple of film ideas. I have a film idea that it's something that I have to work on when I'm down the line. But it's like Hunger Game meets The Maze Runner.
Yeah,
like,
right. So there's always going to
like
be
you can do that.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of one-take films out there, but
yeah,
what it is.
Exactly.
So just stick with your idea and do it the style you want to do it.
And I'll get to this because actually, fuck it, I'll just segue into this now. Like I saw The Creator last night, and it's literally like
I really want to see that.
The ending. Well, the last act is. Actually, no, I can't
Please
say
don't.
that because
Please
that
don't.
fucking spoils
Please
it.
Do not. Again,
fuck.
it's a movie I've avoided everything.
Brother, I was literally about to spoil the biggest part of it. Anyways,
thank God you didn't.
I'll leave that.
Holy.
I saw. Anyways, Memento, fantastic. Took me a couple fucking explanation videos after to understand what went on. I was like, I'm just gonna sit with it and just. No, I'm gonna fucking understand this after. Which it annoys me usually, but it's right. She was fine. That was good. 4.5. Really loved it. One of Nolan's best movies. Definitely goes Prestige, Inception, Memento for me.
Nice.
So saw Blue Beetle. Don't know why I said it like that. Blue Beetle. It was good.
It was good.
Generic superhero film.
100%.
You saw it as well.
Yeah, loved it.
I thought it was good.
Do you think? Great. I honestly thought to myself, when the boys see this, they're going to pick Austin's favourite part. What do you think that was?
Fuck.
There's two of my favourite parts because it was shot exactly how I want to shoot stuff.
I don't know.
So, is it a spoiler?
Spoiler alert, maybe. Go.
The fight scene outside of the house, the way it was shot, when all the...
Fight scene outside of the house?
When they capture him.
Oh, yeah.
The way it was shot, I was literally sitting in cinemas going, fuck yeah, that's exactly how I want to shoot.
Yeah.
And then the fucking hallway fight scene.
Yeah.
I literally just went, this is exactly how I want to do it. Not saying that that's like the best parts about the film. There are other things that... It was just fun.
I think the cast wasn't as good as it was. Like the family. I think that was the best part of it. It did family better than Fast and Furious did. Big time. And I actually bought... The grandma?
The grandma's just like,
yeah, bruh. Yeah.
I actually bought it. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, this is so cheesy. I was like, this is funny.
Yeah. But, no, look, it was good. I gave it 3.5. It wasn't life-changing by any means.
No.
But, yeah, I thought it was decent. I saw Haunting in Venice. Kenneth Branagh's new film in the trilogy, or how many films he makes. It was The Murder of the Orient Express, and then it was Death on the Nile. Now it's Haunting in Venice. The books by Agatha Christie, which is the murder books. I got mixed up with her and Jane Austen. I was talking to a book lover the other day, and they corrected me as quick as possible because Jane Austen writes all these like raunchy rom-coms, and I'm like, definitely not the right author.
Nope.
But watched it. I loved it. It was a near perfect film for me. It was the most beautiful out of all of those movies. Beautifully shot. The cinematography, bro, maybe a smoky for the Oscars. I gotta say,
Yeah?
It probably won't be because it's such a I don't know. You just don't expect the film like that to get in there, but beautiful. And it was the first film in a while I was truly scared in. And it wasn't that like jump scary, but like the themes were just scary. I felt it, you know what I mean? I don't get really scared in films. Like I get jump scared, but like truly scared. And the themes just, it hit me differently, bro.
Yeah.
But I really recommend definitely going to see it if you can.
Okay.
Can't remember why I took a half off, but hold on, let's see if I wrote it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I didn't say. But the aesthetic of the film, the cinematography, the acting, fantastic, great story. I love my murder mysteries, you know?
Yeah, okay.
I was a bit confused, as I am always in every fucking film, I fucking supposedly. But fantastic movie.
Okay.
Definitely the best out of his
his trilogy, unofficial trilogy.
Unofficial trilogy that he's made. But gave it 4.5. That was fantastic. Just it blew me away. Honestly, I don't know why. It was so. I just didn't expect it to be that good. It was probably one of the best like horror thriller detective.
Well, that's good. When you go into a film not expecting much, you just let it do what it does.
Yeah, bro, literally. And I mean, I love it. I love it. Go see it.
Good.
4.5.
I'm gonna check it out.
Then I saw The Creator last night. Wow. Wow, cuz.
Now do me a favor, do not gas it up too much, please.
Alright, fine. My
do
review
what you need to do.
My review was one word: powerful.
Fuck yeah.
I think it's
I'm keen for it. I've avoided
it's
it.
one big commentary on
AI.
the world that we live in and what it might be.
The ads keep coming on in the gym. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm glad you haven't seen it. It's scored by Hans Zimmer. It's lensed by Greg Fraser, who did Batman, Dune, all of that. It's directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Rogue One. And yeah, it just original.
Looks beautiful. What I've seen, it just looks beautiful.
Even like the first couple like scenes draw you in. Like the first shots is like, wow, you're in for something special and original. And
John David Washington, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. His performance wasn't Oscar winning. I've come to find that of John David Washington.
This first Tenet.
Yeah. I don't know. They're both pretty shit in terms of his acting. He's acted best in but I just thought it was a fantastic story. I cried a couple times. And I wasn't expecting it. It just hits you hard. It's not even like, I mean, it is very emotional at points. The child actor is fantastic.
Good.
And yeah, there's a couple little plot twists in there. I mean, you see it coming, you don't see it coming, like a couple ones. But definitely should be up for some Oscars. Don't know if it will be, but it should be.
Okay.
Should be up for like best cinematography at least. Best score as well. Sound design, some of the best sound design I've heard this year as well.
Oh shit!
Especially now I'm picking at it because I've been like working on the sound design as well. But yeah, I won't say much more, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and definitely should go watch it. It made the list, so I gave it 5 out of 5.
I did see you gave it 5.
And where did it come on the list? Let's see. The Creator landed at number 28. So just below Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Damn.
So 28 of all time. Fantastic. I'm so glad we have something original and it's not IP. Like everything these days are IP.
Yep.
Like fucking comic movies or like something of an existing franchise like Barbie or, you know.
Exactly.
So it's refreshing.
Okay, good.
Refreshing. Gemma Chan's in it. You love Gemma Chan.
Say less on that.
Yeah. Her performance is great. fantastic.
Fuck yeah! All right, done.
Go watch it,
I'm gonna
mate.
go
If
watch
you're
it.
gonna watch one film in the next couple weeks or whatever, in the next couple months, make it the
The
creator.
creator done.
Because
I'm
we
there.
need it. We need to prove to the industry that original stories are where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Stop making. I mean, sure, IP movies are good here and there, but an original so refreshing.
Branch out.
Bro, it's just like, yeah, aesthetically amazing. Go watch it.
Fuck yeah!
That's what I've seen. What have you seen, my friend?
My friend. I mentioned last time I was on here I'd watched Deep Water.
Yeah.
So since then, I watched The Monkey King, new animated film on Netflix.
Right.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Not the best animation. Crazy good.
Who's it by? Like production animation studio. What style? Was it like a Spider-Verse style?
No, it wasn't
No?
Spider-Verse style.
Okay.
It's... I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, yeah,
I
that's
do not
fine.
know.
That's easy.
Yeah, great animation. That was that. And like the protagonist was really unlikable, but there was a side character that I was like, "You're awesome!" Like I really liked them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I watched Megan,
Oh yeah,
and that movie
that
knew.
was good.
That's the thing. That movie knew what it was, and no one took it seriously. But like everyone knew it was a joke.
All I know about that film, well, I mean, obviously, is the plot. Like, she's a psycho doll. But I've seen her doing TikTok dances, cuz.
Yeah, it's like cringe. There are some things that are cringe, but I think everyone knew, like, let's just have fun.
Is it good?
It's good because it knew what it was and it didn't try to be like
Anything else.
anything else. So that
what
was
did you give Monkey King first off, and what did you give Megan?
both 3 stars.
Okay, cool.
So
Decent, yeah.
and then I watched Evil Dead Rise.
Yes.
Now I'm a fan of the Evil Dead franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I am. And I'm glad that I checked out Evil Dead 1 and 2 before I watched this film. I didn't need to watch Army of Darkness, and I didn't need to watch the Evil Dead filmed in 2013. So I just skipped all that and went to this one. I'm so glad that I watched 1 and 2 because they reference 1 and 2 so much.
Yeah, nice.
And obviously, like, you've seen The Shining and Doctor Sleep, right?
Yeah.
So you know that with Doctor Sleep, they paid homage to, like, The Shining in ways they could, like with shots and things that they do.
At that point, I actually hadn't seen The Shining, and I still love Doctor Sleep.
So there you go.
Fantastic movie.
They do that in Evil
Dead.
Dead Rise, and it is not short on gore whatsoever.
Nice,
I
nice.
thought the most violent movie I'd ever seen was The Night Comes for Us, but I think this one gives it a run for its money. And everybody was talking about a certain kill in this film with a cheese grater. Oh, no, sorry. It's not a kill. They talked about a moment with the cheese grater, and they were like wincing at the screen, and it was fucked up. It was horrific. It was gory.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's because I'm desensitized to it now, but I just went, oh, that wasn't that bad. But it would still fucking kill. So, I kind of had my hopes up for that cheese grater moment, and it kind of shot me in the foot. But the movie was great.
Yeah, cool.
The movie was great. And, it got a bit ridiculous at the end, which is why it took half a star off. But it was pretty anxiety fueling the entire way because what do they call them? Demonites, I think.
Demonites.
Bro, they just do not stop.
Yeah,
they don't
rightio.
stop. There's no moment to breathe. And when there is, it's not even like a peaceful breathing moment. It keeps you on edge.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, let's shift gears here. I then watched King Richard.
Oh, bro, banging film.
I cried. That film is fucking phenomenal.
That's on my list, cuz.
Bro, that was amazing. Definitely
51 on my list.
Definitely deserves the Oscar for it because that was amazing. I love sports bios.
I still think Andrew Garfield was a bit hard done by. Because he
I
was
haven't
up for
seen
it.
it.
It was either him or Will Smith that year.
Yeah.
Will Smith slapped a cunt and stuff.
And then I was hearing a lot about this, I think it's Ireland or Finland, called Sisu, which I actually have to thank Taha for putting me on.
Really?
Yeah, he knew of my action film loving and just goes, check this out. Watched it, phenomenally beautiful, not as action-packed as I was sold, but still like gritty, like imagine, this undersells it because it's not up to that, I say standard, but it's still great in its own respect. Imagine John Wick in World War II, but like an old man.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was great. I then, just to knock off a few more that I watched Knock at the Cabin, Kandahar, 65, The Little Mermaid.
What did you think of 65?
It was okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
It was alright.
I thought it was cool what they did with it.
Like the concept.
Yeah, the concept, because you think it's something for him, but really, like...
Yeah, I know,
you know what I mean? So
how good, yeah.
I was like, I think that's really cool.
I thought that was really cool as well.
65, The Little Mermaid.
Thoughts? Little Mermaid?
I thought it was really great.
Banging, bro.
Really great.
Love it.
Me and Beth loved Sebastian.
Yeah. You know who voices him?
Who?
David Diggs. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't think I do.
He's like a... Oh, never mind then. He's like a theatre dude.
Oh, he was great. He was honestly amazing.
He's in Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah,
I watched Hamilton. But no, it was all real good, real great. She was amazing. I was expecting her to be amazing.
Fantastic, bro. Not worth the hate, as we fucking predicted.
Exactly right. But no, it was an all-around great time. Then I watched Blue Beetle, and then I watched Barbie.
Oh, yeah, finally.
I fucking loved Barbie.
Yeah, of course, bro.
That
Ken
was
carries, bro.
awesome.
Ken carries. I should have worn my Ken shirt. I have a Ken
definitely
shirt.
should have.
Yeah.
Should have. I really, because Beth had seen it, and so when she was sitting with me watching it, she was like looking at me how I look at her when I get her to watch movies. Like, do you like this? Like, you liking this? And then like I was absolutely moved by America Ferrera's
whatever.
America Ferrera monologue that she had.
Yeah, cool.
That was moving. That was great.
Means.
And I liked the point that she was making. When Margot Robbie was like, I just feel ugly, and then like you hear the little voiceover go, just note to the filmmakers.
That's the fourth wall break I was saying. Also, what about the Snyder Cut joke?
Yeah, the Snyder Cut joke, because I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
I knew that they, like going into it, I knew they had a dig at the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
And then when she said it, I just burst out laughing because I was like,
fuck, man, it's funny. And
I loved, that fourth wall break, just a note to the filmmakers, the point you're trying to prove, do not trust Margot Robbie in this role. And then the way that... they devised the plan to trick the men, and like all the tropes that men do, like just the one that got me, it was like just pretend to be dumb in sports, and then they go, here, let me help you, sway around the hips and swing the hips. I was like, bro.
Do you agree if you get him out of that film, that's exactly the
100%,
100% talking about?
100%.
Yeah.
And
Horse attack on man. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
I loved I took this as a tribute to what was it, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, when the men come in on the horse and they're making
God, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's a
right, like
didn't even put two and two together.
I honestly think that movie is a masterpiece. It was so good.
Do you want to run through your ratings for all those that you just mentioned?
Yeah, of course. And then the most recent film, two most recent film I rewatched Tom Clancy's Without Remorse.
Yep.
Michael B. Jordan. But yesterday I watched Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it, cuz.
What a great time. Okay, so The Monkey King, 3 stars, Megan 3 stars, Evil Dead Rises, 4.5, King Richard 5, Sisu 4, Knock at the Cabin 3.5, Kandahar 4, 65, 3, Little Mermaid 4, Blue Beetle 4.5, Barbie 5, Tom Clancy Without Remorse 4.5, and Dungeons and Dragons we're going to give the same.
How many movies are you up to this week? What's it called?
This year?
This year, yeah.
87.
87 this year?
Yeah.
What am I on? Oh, fuck, man. I'm on 50 this year. Slacking, cuz.
87 this year, but yeah, I still need to log Dungeons and Dragons. But Dungeons and Dragons,
good man.
They knew what they were doing. They knew what a fun time it is. And
too bad it bombed, because I don't know if we're going to get another one.
No, it didn't bomb. It went cool.
Well, it went good, but like at the box office, it bombed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
What are we going to do?
I think let's tie a bow on this episode. Get out of here. We've been here for long enough.
Been here long enough. We'll do the dependent variable next week or whatever you fucking want to call it. Awesome. Great to have you back, brother.
It's good to be back.
You're on the right road. I'm excited to see what you do.
I'm keen as
let's
to
do it.
Bring it to life.
Awesome stuff, mate. I'm proud of you. You're finally on.
I'm proud of you, sir.
Doing stuff that you want to do, and you're working 2 films at once, which is pretty good.
There you go.
Alrighty, cuz. Well, guys, thank you for listening. If you want to catch us, the full podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, the pre-production meeting, the pre-pod pod, TikTok, Instagram, and see you guys next time.
Peace out, homies.